Alright, Shalom, brothers. This is Yeromia. Alright, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai for giving me this understanding and knowledge. I want to give double honors to the elders, Great Millstone, and honors to the elect, pushing the true gospel of the word in sincerity and truth. Alright, so the title of this lesson is called Esau's Disinformation on Race. Alright, because basically Esau, he has something called disinformation, right? Where he gives you information which is a lie. That's all it is in a nutshell. It's disinformation. It's information that is not useful. You know? So, what I'm going to prove in this lesson is basically what Esau says race is. Let's look up the word, what Esau says race is on. Right, this is from Wikipedia. Race classification of humans. It says race is a classification system used to categorize humans into large and distinct populations or groups by heritable phenotypic characteristics, geographic ancestry, physical appearance, and ethnicity. That right there in that one sentence, that just, if you really understand what those words mean, that just totally fucked you up. You're like, what? Because, first of all, it says geographic ancestry. It don't matter where you're from, man. You know? That has nothing to do with your race. Physical appearance, for the most part, has nothing to do with your race. Ethnicity. The word ethnicity really means nation. It really all these words, race, ethnicity. Like, I'm gonna click on it. I want to see what it says. You know, because Esau says, "Oh, your culture, your ethnicity, your nationality." He speaks. You know how he tricks you? This devil tricks you with his words, man. You know, one scripture actually comes to mind. It's in Sirach. Was it 12? Yeah, 12 and 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust had not been altogether wiped away." Yeah, because when we came in the truth, you know, the Most High made us, you know, really the Most High wiped that glass, you know, so we could see clearly, because he had all that shit on the glass, man, all that dirt. You could see right clearly that, yeah, this fucking cracker, he's a devil, man, you know. Set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in that place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words, and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? Because this devil, this Edomite, he's a serpent. He's that serpent going back to the Garden of Eden. So one that goeth to a sinner, and is defiled with him in his sins, who will pity? For a while he will abide with thee, but if thou begin to fall, he will not tarry. An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. You know, the point is that he's an enemy sweet with his lips, man. And this devil, specifically the Edomite, he's a serpent, man. There's no better word to explain it. And the Most High really gave him that deceivable spirit where he can trick you, like in a court system. A lot of jakes go in the court system. How do they mostly get tricked up, man? By the words, by these terms which they use in words, man. You know, they get most of you jakes to plead guilty because they throw all these bunch of terms, legal terms, and all these sweet words in your face. You're like, oh shit, I gotta be guilty then. You know, you be all fucked up over that, man. If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee. He will shake his head and clap his hands and whisper much and change his countenance. Now that's not the scripture I wanted, but that's a good scripture anyway. But the scripture I was thinking of is in Psalms. Alright, for with his many words he shall trick thee. I'm gonna look it up quickly, see if I can find it, Lord willing. You know, but yeah, the point is that yeah, when this devil throws all these words at you, man, you know, he yeah, I can't find it right now, but it's alright. Spirit will bring it out hopefully in post production. But yeah, this devil, man, he tricks you with these words, man. Look at it. An ethnic group is a group of people whose members identify with each other through a common heritage, often consistent of a common language, a common culture, and or an ideology that stresses common ancestry or edogamy, endogamy, alright? The concept of ethnicity differs from the closely related term race in that race refers to a grouping based mostly upon a criteria that in the past have been presumed to be biological, while ethnicity also encompasses additional cultural factors, which that's not the case. The word ethnic, it just, matter of fact, let's look it up just to prove it, right? Prove all things. The word ethnic, this is from online etymology, edomonline.com. Ethnic goes back to Greek ethnikos, from ethnos, band of people living together, nation, people, people of one's own kind. What does that what does that mean? Meaning that they have that common ancestor, that common forefather, which really, like I said, these words, they go back to seed. Who's your seed from? You have many seeds. You have Elam seed, you have Ishmael seed, Edom seed, Moab seed, you have Israel seed, Jacob, you know? Alright? Yeah, so this devil, he tricks you by his words, man. Right? So, let's go back to race, you know? Showing that they try to say race and ethnic is not the same. All it goes back to is seed. They try to mix in the culture and language and all this crap, you know? And that was a point. I just to show Esau's a fucking, especially when you go on Wikipedia, you brothers have to be careful. When you go on Wikipedia, man, they put all this shit to try to define one word, man. And by the time you're done reading, you're still you're more fucked up than you were when you tried to get the answer on this page, man. All right. So let's go to the book of Numbers to prove what race is, where you come from, and where you get it. Numbers 1:1. It says, "And the Lord spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the tabernacle of the congregation on the first day of the second month in the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying, Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel after their families by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male by their polls." Basically, take a sum, you know, like Esau does today with the population, counting the population, and yeah, he brings that shit to your house and saying, you know, what race are you? How many people live in your house? So that's what the Mosai told Moses to do. Take ye the sum of the congregation. But what did it say? By after their families, by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male. When you read on down, of Simeon, Shelumiel, the son of Zurishaddai, all men. Of Judah, Issachar, all men. Does not mention women, because women are not the fucking important thing. That's why you pussy beg niggas out there. You're gonna learn that the hard way, man. You know, you're gonna learn that the hard way. Why didn't it say, oh, the woman and male and female? All right, because it goes. First of all, your family goes by your father's side. That's why in the ancient world, when a family wanted to make an alliance, right, the one family would give his daughter to the man, and guess who the dominant family would end up being? The family that has the son who marries the daughter, because that son continues the family's lineage. That's why the woman takes on the man's name, the last name of the man's name. All right. So let's jump to verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees. Now keep in mind that word pedigrees. After their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names, from 20 years old and upward, by their polls. So we're going to look up that word pedigree in the blue letter. Alright. Pedigrees. word pedigree. Alright, the word pedigree is yalad, which means to bear, bring forth, beget, gender, travail. To bear, bring forth. Alright, that's basically what it means. Alright, they go off on some things down there. Basically means to bear, bring forth, beget, gender. The word gender, all these words go back to genus, which means to produce or beget. Now, let me ask you a question. Who begets? Who produces? The man produces. In the man's sac, testicle, is found his sperm, which the word sperm is a Greek word, sperma, meaning seed. Alright, the word sperm comes from seed. All of the genetic information and whether the child will be a male or female, all is determined by that sperm. Ultimately, of course, the Most High, but I'm saying that genetic information is all in that seed. See, the woman, all she does, she lays back, she takes the seed, alright, 9 months later, she pops out the child. You know, she nourishes the child with the egg and all that, you know, but no, stop thinking that the woman's spirit goes on the child or that some majestically happens with the woman. The man has the X and Y chromosome, which he's basically, the man is the determining factor in the matter, man. The woman has nothing to fucking do with it, man. Alright, the woman only has one chromosome. I believe it's the X chromosome. I don't know for sure, but I believe it's the X chromosome. You brothers can look it up if you want to, but it don't even fucking matter, because the man is the determining factor whether the child is going to be a boy or the child is going to be a girl. Alright, the woman has no say in the matter. Okay, so the word pedigree means to bear, bring forth. Alright, and actually when you look up other words, like for example, I'm going to look up beget again. Actually, I'm going to look up beget for the first time. Let's go to this scripture, Deuteronomy 4 and 25. And I'm going to read it. It says, when thou shalt beget children and children's children, and ye shall have remained long in the land, and shall corrupt yourselves, and make a graven image or the likeness of anything, and shall do evil in the sight of the Lord thy power to provoke him to anger. So the word is beget. When thou shalt beget, the same word, the word beget is the same Hebrew word for pedigree, yalad. So basically beget, like I said, and pedigree, they're the same thing. The gender. And who genders? Who's the origin? You say, oh, did you all come from a woman? No, you came from your father's nutsack, man. Stop forgetting that shit. Just cause, oh, it's so you niggas are emotional, man. Oh, my mother nourished me 9 months, and that's the way the Most High wanted it to be, man. It don't matter. It don't mean that the woman's on top somehow, or you get, or you're half and half. There's no such fucking thing as half and half, man. Alright, and this video, I almost forgot, you fucking asshole. This video goes out to this asshole, this piece of shit. His name is T Selekia. I'm gonna put him on post-production. I didn't forget about you, bitch ass nigga. I'm gonna put you on blast too, cause you going out there saying that there's mixed, whatever your mom is. If your mom's an Edomite, your dad's a Jake. Guess what? You're going in slavery with your mom. First of all, nigga, that mom is gonna be a concubine to your father in the kingdom. Second of all, if you want to say that what do you call it? That if your mom's a other nation, you're gonna go into slavery. That means that there's a lot of accounts of men that are so-called half-breeds according to you. For example, Solomon's son Rehoboam, his mom was an Ammonite. Let's go to that account. Alright, actually I'll just go here. 2nd Kings. No, I believe it's 1st Kings. 1st Kings 14 and 21. And Rehoboam the son of Solomon reigned in Judah. Rehoboam was 41 years old when he began to reign. And he reigned 17 years in Jerusalem, the city which the Lord did choose out of all the tribes of Israel, to put his name there. And his mother's name was Naamah and Ammonitis. So, and by the way,